Tonight, you don't have to hold it together. You're here now. It's safe. Just let the door of this night close behind you. Let the noise stay outside. In here, there is only stillness. A pale light rests on the wall. It's the moon, watching through your window. The curtain sways. A soft wind touches your hair, and you remember you are being kept tonight. Not because you earned it, not because you asked, simply because you are loved. There is a blanket, light as a whisper, over your shoulders. Someone placed it there, quietly, without waking you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. A verse, like a lamp in the night. Its glow doesn't fade. You don't have to try to keep it burning. It's not your fire to keep. Outside, the leaves turn in the dark. Somewhere, water moves. But here, your breath begins to slow. In, out, like the tide. The world is smaller now. Only this room, only this light, only this keeping. There is a story I can only tell. When the night is this still, not yet. Let the wind settle first. Let your shoulders sink. Let your thoughts drift to the edge of the lamplight. It's there that the story begins. Your eyes can close now. Nothing will move without your knowing. The moon is still there, holding its place, pouring silver over the corner of the bed. You can feel it on your hand, warm and cool at the same time, like a hand resting over yours, not to hold you down, just to be there. Breathe in, breathe out. Each breath slower. Each breath lighter. Even if your eyes close, someone stays awake for you, not leaving, not stepping away, You are not alone in the night. The curtain moves again, softly, slowly, like it's breathing too. Outside, the grass bends under the quiet wind. Somewhere, a branch taps the window. But nothing enters here. Here, you are wrapped. A thin cloak over your shoulders. Edges drawn just enough to keep the chill away. You don't have to pull it tighter. It's already perfect. You can drift, and the keeping will not end. The verse lingers in the air. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Say it in your mind. As your breathing falls into rhythm, let it become the background of your dreaming. Some nights we guard ourselves. Tonight you can set it down. Someone else is watching. Someone else is staying. Even if you sleep through the whole story, it will still be told, and you will still be kept. Your breathing is quiet now, almost matching the curtain's sway. The moon hasn't moved. It won't until you're ready. Your hand still rests where it was. The light still covers it, like a soft shield, woven from something you can't name. Out there, the world turns. But not here. Here, the night waits for you. It has all the time you need. There's something I wanted to tell you. Not the kind of thing you speak in daylight. It belongs to the night, to this stillness, and to someone who can hear with their heart. But not yet. I'll wait until you're even softer inside, until the noise has gone. You're closer now. I can feel it. The room can feel it too. That quiet shift when you begin to trust the dark. Your shoulders sink a little deeper. The fabric over you warmer now. It's not just cloth. It's care in a form you can touch. Breathe in, breathe out, and know you are being kept. Not just for this hour, not just for tonight, but for all the nights You cannot keep yourself. There is a story waiting. A story that walks beside you. And if you stay, I will tell it. When the night is ready. When you are ready. For now, just let the keeping do its work. The air moves just enough to let you know you're not alone. It brushes your hair like someone passing by without leaving. You don't need to open your eyes. The night will show you what matters. The light has shifted just a little, like it knows you're breathing easier. You're not guarding so tightly now, and the space around you has noticed. The curtain still sways, but slower, matching your chest, matching your rest. There are things that try to follow you into the night. Not here. Not in this room. Doubt has no key to this door. Fear has no name that works here. You are being kept. Even when you don't keep yourself. Even when your eyes close and your thoughts scatter. There is still a wakeful presence. It will not look away. It will not walk away. And when you dream, it will stand where dreams cannot break you. Breathe in. Let go. Breathe in again. Let go again. You are safe. Even now. Especially now. There's a story you haven't heard. A story that has been watching, waiting for the moment your hands could rest. It doesn't rush. Neither do I. The night is patient. The keeper is patient. And now, so are you. You're still here. And I'm still here. The night hasn't gone anywhere. Neither have you. Breathe. Just like that. Slow and soft. The curtain moves again. Moonlight still holds the edge. And the little lamp still burns. This light will not go out. Let me pray with you, not over you, not at you, but with you You can close your eyes if you want, or watch the shadow swaying on the wall. Jesus, we bring this one to you tonight, not because you forgot, but because they need to know. You are already here. You see the way their chest rises, the way their hands have stopped fidgeting, the way their thoughts still run. You said, "Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest." We are here. They are here. And you have never left. Your light does not flicker, even when their faith does. Your hand does not pull away, even when theirs does. Tonight, you hold them, and you will not let go. It's quiet now, not outside, but here, in this space, between you and God. The lamp glows warm beside you. A chair by the window waits. There's a coat folded over it, like someone is coming back soon. This light will not go out. I know you've been trying for so long enough to forget what rest feels like. But you are safe enough to rest now. Somewhere in the middle of this night, there is a story waiting. A night when someone who had been waiting their whole life finally saw what they'd been hoping for. But we don't need to tell it yet. Just know there is more coming. And for now, you are here, kept, held, and never alone. You haven't missed anything. The light is still here, and so am I. Your breath finds its rhythm again, like a small tide touching shore. If a thought returns, let it pass by the lamp. Watch it turn to quiet in the glow. This little lamp will not go out. Let's pray just a little more. Jesus, you hear the soft places in this heart. You see the places that are still awake. Gentle Savior, whisper to them now. You said, "Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest." We come just as we are, slow and small, open and honest. Lay a hand on their shoulder, light as dusk, warm as home. Let them feel that they are not carrying this alone. Look at the room in your mind, the window, the chair by the sill, a coat folded and waiting. It looks like a promise set down and kept. The lamp hums a thin golden line. The shade draws a circle on the floor. If you step into that circle, even in your thoughts, the night feels soft under your feet. This light will not go out. If your mind reaches for tomorrow, let tomorrow wait in the chair. Let it rest its weight on the folded coat. It can stay there until morning. You are safe enough to rest now. I know you've tried for a long time. I know you have held everything so carefully. You do not have to hold it in this room. If a tear comes, let it fall where the light is warm. The floor knows how to keep quiet things. Jesus. If there is a knot in the chest, unbind it, thread by thread. If there is a word that hurt, let your voice move softer over it. If there is a fear that lingers at the door, leave your hand on the latch. We do not rush. We breathe and stay. Listen. There's a quiet you can hear, like a field under moon, like leaves telling each other to sleep. If you lean just a little, you can feel a palm resting on your shoulder. Not heavy, just knowing you are not being hurried. You are being held. There was a night when someone who had waited a whole life finally saw what hope looks like when it takes a face. We will go there soon, not to study, just to remember how waiting ends in a quiet room. But not yet. I want this softness to go deeper first. If a memory knocks, let it lay its head on that other pillow. If a question asks when, Let the lamp answer, "Not tonight." This light will not go out. Even if you fall asleep, even if you dream of far roads, it waits and it keeps. Jesus, your rest is not fragile. It does not crack under the weight of a long year. It does not fade at the first hint of dawn. You said, "Come to me." So we come with the empty hands, and you fill them with quiet. Let your peace be the blanket now, not woven from cloth, but from nearness. Cover the shoulders that have carried so much. Cover the mind that tries to solve the dark. Cover the heart that just wants to be held. I can almost hear the story, waiting in the hallway, like soft footsteps that stop so they won't wake you. It will take a chair by the window and look out at the night until you are ready. The coat is still folded there, as if hope has a place to sit. If someone you love needs this too, send this room to them. Let the lamp keep them as well. Let the chair hold their tomorrows for a while. If someone needs to hear this tonight, send it to them. No rush. You can do it later, after you rest. Breathe in, slow and kind. Breathe out longer than before. If the chest feels tight, let the exhale be a small release. If the throat feels full, let the swallow be a small prayer. If the eyes blur, let the tear be safe here. This room keeps gentle things. I am going to say his words again. Not loudly, just close. Come to me, all you who are weary, and I will give you rest. Let them sit beside your pillow. Let them climb into your breathings. Let them become the lullaby you didn't know you needed. Sometimes rest comes like rain. Small drops first, then steady, then the whole earth smelling like new. Let it come like that now. drop by drop, word by word, breath by breath, until the mattress feels deeper, until the blanket feels heavier and kinder, until the lamp feels like a small sun that only rises for you. This light will not go out. There is a night I keep close. A night when the waiting ended so softly no one heard the finish. Only one person noticed because they had been watching all their years. We will go there soon. We will step in quietly. We will sit in the back and let the moment happen again. But first, one more breath. In and out. You are safe enough to rest now. If you begin to drift, the story will wait by the lamp. It will keep its hands folded. It will look toward the window, where the chair still keeps the coat. When your breathing says, "I'm ready," the story will stand and walk softly to your bedside. No rush. We have the whole night. And the light will not go out. Jesus, thank you for staying. For eyes that do not close on us. For hands that rest without pressing. For the promise that does not dim. Stay with this one as they soften. Let their room be a quiet chapel. Let their bed be a small altar of trust. And if they sleep through the prayer, count it as worship. I'm still here. The lamp is still warm. The curtain still breathes. This light will not go out. Even if you do. Even if the room empties of words. We are almost at the door of that other night. We will turn the handle together. But only when your shoulders say, ready. Until then, rest in the glow. Let the story wait. Let the light keep watch. I see you, sitting here with me, breathing a little slower now. Your shoulders have softened. The weight you carry feels a little lighter. The small light by the bed is still on. Its glow isn't loud. It's gentle and certain. It's telling you without words, this light will not go out. Even if the night stretches long, even if your eyes close and drift far, it will be here when you wake. You are safe enough to rest. Now. And as you breathe, there's a chair by the window. An old chair, worn but steady. There's a coat folded neatly on it, waiting, like someone left it there. For you. Maybe it's been waiting for years. Maybe the person who placed it there never gave up hope that you'd return. I know. You've been trying for so long. Trying to make it all okay. Trying to be strong enough. But here, you can just stop. The hand on your shoulder doesn't ask for anything. It doesn't push. It just stays. And maybe there's a part of you that hasn't been touched by kindness in a long while. Let it be touched now. Softly. Without hurry. The night outside is deep and still. But here, it's even stiller. And in this stillness, a memory floats up. There was a night, long ago, when someone had waited their whole life and finally saw what they had hoped for. I'll tell you about it. But not yet. For now, just breathe. The light is here. The chair is waiting. And you are not alone. You're still here. The night is still here. And nothing is rushing you. I can almost feel your head resting deeper into the pillow. The soft weight of the blanket, just enough to remind you you are covered. Somewhere outside, the wind moves through the fields. Not loud, not in a hurry. Just brushing past each blade of grass, like a hand through hair. The moonlight lies across the open ground, silver and patient. It does not need to speak. It only only stays. And here, in this quiet, words come like drops into still water. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. The sound of them settles into the room, not as noise, but as something heavier, something that sinks down through you. It finds the tired parts, the places where you've been holding on, and without asking, it lets them rest. His word is where you lay your head. I can almost see it now. Your head leaning against a place that does not move. Even if the wind changes, even if the night feels endless, this place will not give way. Outside, a shadow moves through the field. Slow, steady, eyes fixed on something far ahead. And in that dark, there is an unseen moment. A gaze that notices what no one else sees. But we'll stay here a little longer before we follow it. Your breathing has found its rhythm now. Slow, gentle, almost like the earth itself is keeping time with you. The field outside is darker in some places. The moonlight doesn't reach every corner. And yet, nothing there is afraid. Because the shepherd is here. Not far off, not watching from a distance. Here, close enough for you to hear the quiet in his steps. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Each word is heavier than it sounds. They do not float away like thoughts. They sink down through the soft earth of your mind, planting something deep. A promise you don't have to hold on to. It holds on to you. Somewhere, the wind bends a cluster of tall grass. It sways, returns, then sways again, like it's breathing with you. Your shoulder shifts under the blankets, the soft fabric resting across it. A weight just light enough to remind you of safety. His word is where you lay your head. And even now, you are being held. The gaze from before, the one in the dark, has not moved. It watches, not to judge, but to keep. You feel it without needing to see it. A presence that does not blink, does not leave. Even as the night deepens and dreams begin to shape themselves, there is something still waiting to be found. We'll go there, but not yet. The verse lingers, even after the sound of it has gone. It's no longer on your lips. It's under them, buried where the heart listens. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Your eyes drift toward the horizon you can't quite see. There is only shadow there, but the shadow is soft. It has edges like breath. The wind has slowed, not gone, just resting. You rest with it. The blanket's corner brushes your jaw. It shifts as your breathing deepens. A small, wordless weight. Not asking for anything. His word is where you lay your heads. And tonight, your head has found it. Somewhere in the fields, a sound moves through the grass. Not hurried, not lost, just moving, as if it knows where you are. It pauses, waits, breathes, like it has found what it was looking for. Your dream will carry it from here. Even in the places light does not reach. Even in the places you have not yet walked. The gaze, still there, not as an image now, but as a knowing. It will not leave. Not when the night is longest. Not when the dream turns deep. Even in your sleep, you are still on that pillow, still in that field, still under that gaze. And the night moves on, but you do not feel it pass. You can still hear the quiet, like the world is holding its breath. Somewhere, in the dim glow of early morning, An old man moves slowly. His steps are steady but soft, as though he knows the ground is holy. The temple feels different today. The air seems warmer. The light rests low, spilling across the floor like honey. Simeon has waited a lifetime for something or someone he could not name. But deep inside, he knew the promise would come. And today, his heart whispers, "It's here." Through the courtyard, a young couple walks in. In her arms, the smallest bundle of life. The child stirs, not from fear, but from the shift of light on his face. Simeon stops. The air between them feels like dawn breaking. His hands, worn and lined by years, lift slowly. The mother looks at him, eyes soft, as if she knows this moment belongs to him. When the weight of the child settles into his arms, he almost weeps at how light he is. Warmth spreads through his fingertips. From the crown of the baby's head to the stillness of his tiny feet. And without meaning to, Simeon whispers, "My eyes have seen your salvation." But there is something else. Something he has not spoken. And even now, he is not sure if he will. The baby stirs again. And in the faint golden light, Simeon sees a future written in the gentlest lines. The promise has arrived, and it is still here beside you. The baby's breath is soft. It brushes against Simeon's hand, like the gentlest wind from another world. His fingers tremble, not from weakness, but from the weight of knowing. Some promises arrive quietly and change everything. He thinks of all the mornings he stood in this same place, waiting for a sign, the sound of footsteps, a voice calling his name. None of those days came close to this one. The child shifts, eyes still closed. Yet somehow, Simeon feels seen. There is something unspoken here. Something he cannot name aloud. for fear it might break the moment. But he carries it like a candle cupped in his hands. The light from the baby's face glows warmer. It spills into the deep lines around Simeon's eyes, filling every shadow with gold. The mother watches, not moving, as if she too understands that some moments are not meant to be hurried. Outside, a faint breeze slips through the temple gates. It carries the scent of olive leaves and something older, something eternal. Simeon's lips part, but he does not speak. Not yet. Because there is one thing he knows, and it is not time to say it. The baby's tiny hand shifts, opening just enough for one finger to curl around his. It is the smallest touch, and yet it steadies him, as if the promise itself is holding on. Years of waiting, years of watching faces come and go, all led here. He remembers the long afternoons when the temple was quiet, and he would sit by the gate, wondering if he had imagined it all. But now, the warmth of this child says otherwise. The promise is real. It is breathing in his arms. A shaft of light drifts in through the open doorway, catching the edge of the baby's blanket. It glows like morning, even though the day is nearly over. Simeon's breath slows, each inhale deep, each exhale unhurried. He thinks of the words he's carried in his chest, the ones that have never touched the air, but they are not ready. Instead, he leans closer, close enough to feel the soft hum of the baby's breathing. And for a moment, the rest of the world is gone. The air inside the temple feels softer now, like it is leaning in, listening with him. Outside, the world moves on. Footsteps cross the stones. Voices fade. But here, time bends. He lets the weight of the baby rest fully in his arms. It's not heavy. but it is enough to anchor him. The blanket shifts against his hand, its edge brushing his skin like a whisper. He wonders how something so small can carry so much. And then his eyes drift to the mother. She watches quietly, her hands folded, her gaze steady. There is trust there. A trust he does not take lightly. Because Simeon knows there are parts of the promise she cannot yet see. He exhales slowly. The sound is barely more than a sigh. And in that breath, the years of waiting seem to fold in on themselves until there is only now. Still, there is one thing he has not spoken. The light in the temple shifts, not brighter, just warmer. It falls across the child's face, outlining the curve of his cheek, catching in the lashes before they close again. Simeon feels it too, like sunlight moving beneath the skin. He hears his own heart slow, each beat deep and deliberate. The promise has arrived. It is here, and it is more than he imagined. But promises carry their own kind of weight. His fingers adjust around the tiny hand, feeling the soft curl of fingers that do not yet know the worlds. He could speak now. He could tell them what else he has seen. But not yet. Some words must wait for the right breath. The mother's eyes search his, and in them he sees both the beginning and the ache that will come. Simeon knows, but he holds the knowing like a fragile flame. Because tonight is for the promise itself. The child shifts, just enough for the blanket to fall from his shoulder. Simeon draws it back up, tucking it gently, as though sealing the moment in place. There is something in his chest, not pain, not fear, just fullness, the kind that presses behind the eyes, the kind that feels too deep for words. He looks again, The face before him is calm, untroubled, as if sleep already knows him. The promise has arrived, and it is still here. He whispers to no one in particular, perhaps to the air, perhaps to God. Some promises arrive quietly and change everything. The words hang there, not heavy, not light, just true. He will not tell them yet. The thing he knows, the thing that will one day ache like a wound. For now, he chooses to hold only the warmth. And somewhere in the stillness, the unseen smile of God rests on them both. You're not walking fast, just enough for the sound of your steps to blend with the wind moving through the leaves. The air is cool. It doesn't rush. It rests. Somewhere ahead, a pale path curves into the quiet. Not bright, not dark, just enough light to follow. You don't wonder where it leads, because you already know. He goes before you, and every step you take has already been walked. The trees lean slightly inward, branches holding whispers you can't quite hear. A leaf drifts down, touches your shoulder, and moves on. The wind changes, carrying something warmer, like the breath of someone walking just ahead. You keep moving, not because you must, but because it's safe here. And somewhere in the space between steps, you remember you are already on the safest road. At the next bend, you think you see something, not close enough to touch. Not yet. The mist gathers low, not heavy, just enough to blur the ground. Your feet disappear into it with every step, as if the path wants to keep each footprint for itself. The trees are taller now. Their tops vanish into the pale sky. You notice the sound of the wind again. Not rushing, just brushing past you, even, steady, like a breath you've been following your whole life. Somewhere to your left, the light shifts. It spills through the trees and lands across your hands. Warm. Sure. Unhurried. You pause. Not because you're tired, but because this moment feels held. And in the stillness, you know, he goes before you, and he will not leave. Some promises arrive quietly and change everything. You breathe in. The air feels lighter. You breathe out. The weight you carried doesn't follow. Up ahead, the path narrows. It bends out of sight. And at the very edge of the curve, you almost see it. A shape. Standing still. Waiting. You slow your steps. Not because the path is steep, but because the air feels different. It carries something ahead. A scent like cedar warmed in sunlight. The mist pulls back, just enough to see the way. The ground here is softer. Each step sinks slightly, like the earth itself is cushioning your feet. And the light, it's warmer here, almost golden. You notice how the shadows move. They're not rushing to disappear. They linger, as if they want to walk with you. A branch above stirs. A single leaf drifts down, landing against your sleeve. You touch it. It feels alive, gentle, assured. The road straightens, and at the far end, someone stands, not moving, not calling, just there. Their hand rests at their side, open, waiting. The breeze brushes past your face. It feels like a whisper. You are already on the safest road. You take one more step. The light bends around you, and somehow you know you are being led all the way home. It's quiet now. The kind of quiet that doesn't feel empty. Your breathing is slow, like the sea at night, coming in and going out. Somewhere in the stillness, there's a warmth resting on your chest, a hand not holding, just being. You feel the weight, but it's light. It doesn't press. It soothes. He stays through the night, through the silence, and the light in the corner still glows, faint, steady. Your mind drifts, but a voice hums softly beneath the air. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. You don't answer. You don't need to. The words have already become yours. And just before you fade, you remember He will always be here. You're almost gone now, drifting, the kind of drifting where the edges blur, and you can't tell where your breath ends and His begins. The light in the far corner hasn't moved. It's faint, like the memory of a candle, but it's still there. He stays, not to watch you, but to be with you. The air moves gently, like a breeze through leaves. Each movement feels like it's wrapping you. You hear it in the stillness. Not words, but something softer, like the hum of the earth, telling you you're safe. The warmth on your chest doesn't change. It just remains, as if it's been there forever, and will be there forevermore. And He will always be here. Even when the night feels long, even when you think you're alone, the walls around you fade. The room becomes a forest, soft and endless. You see a path there, pale and thin, lit by the gentlest glow. Somewhere on that path, someone is already walking. Ahead of you, leading you. The air tastes of rain and leaves. You breathe in, breathe out, and every breath feels like you're following. And he will always be here, even in the forest, even in the dream. The path bends, but you're not afraid. The light at the corner of your room is still there. Somewhere outside, the sky is changing, but not yet. Not for you. The night is yours, and so is the one who stays. You are far away now, and yet closer than ever. The room is quiet. The world is quiet. And the breath in your chest moves without you. He stays, not as a shadow, not as a sound, but as the warmth that never leaves. Somewhere in the distance, a bird stirs, not calling, just turning in its nest. The air shifts again, sliding over your skin like water. Soft, unhurried, you are being held, not by arms, but by something older than the dawn. And he will always be here. When the night is thick, when the day is thin, the light in the corner has softened more. It's the kind of light that feels like a memory you can rest in. Somewhere outside, clouds are moving. The sky is stretching its arms, but not fully. It's still early, still safe. You are in the house of the Lord, and you will dwell there forever. The warmth on your chest remains steady, assured. Your breathing is quiet. Your mind is still. And the one who stays is still here. The light in the room shifts, just enough to tell you the world is waiting. But you don't have to go yet. Not now. Not while he's here. Outside, the sky is still growing brighter.